Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Jenna. I am your prenatal yoga teacher, trauma-informed yoga teacher, and trainer. And today I'm here to provide you with a 15-minute prenatal yoga practice. While this class is dedicated to those who are pregnant, it is not exclusive to those who are pregnant. If you're new to yoga, looking for a more gentle practice, or simply just like practicing with me, you might find that you benefit from this practice even if you're not pregnant. Let's go ahead and get started. We will start the practice standing today. So coming to stand on your mat, I'll invite you to stand in a way that allows you to feel grounded. So this could mean your feet are a little further apart. It could also mean your feet are a little closer together. And then when you feel ready, take your hands to your hips and begin to circle your hips. Try to keep a soft bend in your knees. You might make figure eights with your hips or a circular rotation, but just beginning to guide some movement into your hips. Allowing your body to move freely. You might let your arms move with you. And then when you feel ready, you can start to let that go. Continuing to stand in Tadasana, I'll invite you to interlace your fingers. Flip your palms forward and then press them up towards the sky, allowing yourself to grow a little bit taller from the palms of your hand down to the soles of your feet. Lift up and over and lean to your left, creating space along the right side of your body. You might look down towards the earth, or you might peek under, or you might peek up and look up towards the sky. And then with a big inhale, come back to the center, grow a little bit taller. And as you exhale, lean to your right, creating space along the left side of your body. Again, you might look up towards the sky or take your gaze down towards the ground. And then come back to the center, grow a little bit taller, take a deep breath in, and let everything go with a sigh, and release your arms down. Let your feet come a little bit closer together, as close as what feels supportive. And then bend your knees and let your hands come to your thighs. We'll take some cat-cow. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little better. As we come to find cow, I'm going to let my belly and heart come forward as I arch through my lower back. And then into cat, hug your baby into your back body and begin to round your spine as you look towards your belly. Inhale to cow, let your belly come forward, let your booty stick out into the air. And exhale to cat, hug your baby in towards your back body, take your gaze towards your belly. I'll invite you to try this a few more times, moving at your own pace, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Allow yourself to come back to a neutral spine and then firmly press down into your feet and squeeze through your butt muscles and rise all the way up to stand. Coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. I'll invite you to take a hand down to your baby, down to your belly, and a hand to your heart. And if you'd like to join me, we'll take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Continuing to face the side, I'm going to invite you to find a wall. If you don't have a wall nearby, you can also hold on to the back of a chair. I'm going to come fairly close to my wall and take my hands to the wall. And I'm going to walk my feet back so my feet come under my hips and lower my body to like an L shape. So here we want to avoid arching the back and sticking out the butt. Instead, hug your baby into your back body and see if you can lengthen through your spine. And as you lengthen through your spine, push your hands into the wall and let your tailbone pull back into space. Allow your shoulders to move away from your ears as we create a long spine, space in the back body, or I like to call this downward dog at the wall. I'll invite you to keep a soft bend in your knees and breathe deeply, hugging your baby into your back body and sending your breath into your back. You're welcome to come out of this shape at any time. If this feels okay for you, then I'll invite you to stay here for 5 more cycles of breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And 1 more breath here. As you exhale, slowly walk your hands up the walls. Take your time as you rise back up, walking your feet a little closer to the wall. And then coming back to your mat, feel free to circle out the wrists, give them a moment to rest, to take a break. And then as you come to stand on your mat, I'll invite you to take your feet wide. Allow your arms to come out into a T shape, and then let your right toes turn all the way out to the side. Bend into your right knee any amount, but aligning your knee just over your ankle. Feel free to look over towards your right hand as we find Warrior Two. Take a breath in and a breath out. With your next inhale, reach your arms high. Turn your right toes in, and as you exhale, turn your left toes out. Take Warrior Two on the left side, bending into your left knee any amount, and aligning your left knee over your ankle. Feel free to take your gaze out over your left hand, taking a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up, turn your left toes in. Exhale, turn your right toes out once more. Come back to Warrior Two. And this time we'll take side angle pose. So same stance as Warrior Two, but shifting the upper body. Right hand to right thigh as your left arm reaches up and over the ear. Or option to take the right elbow down to the right thigh. I'll invite you to think about growing longer from your left hand all the way down to your left heel. Inviting a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, rise all the way back up, turn your right toes in. Exhale, turn your left toes out. Take Warrior Two on the left side. Same thing from Warrior Two, shifting into side angle. Either taking your left hand to your thigh or guiding your left elbow down to your thigh. Creating space along the right side of your body. Couple of breaths. And with an inhale, rise all the way back up, turn your left toes in, reach a little bit higher. And as you exhale, heel toe, your feet back together, come back to Tadasana. Take a moment to pause. You might take a hand to baby and a hand to heart. Feel free to be here with your eyes open or closed. And then from this stance, I'll invite you to make your way down to the ground. Take your left foot down to the ground as you come into a kneeling position. Guide your right foot forward ever so slightly. I'm going to move back a little so I'm still in the frame. And then I'll invite you to pause here for a moment in your lunge. You might shift your hips forward ever so slightly. You might take your hands down to your right thigh. Taking a breath in and a breath out. From here, bring your right leg all the way out to the side and ground down your right foot. Right hand to right thigh as the left arm lifts up and over for an inhale and an exhale. Make your way back to the center, hug your right knee in to meet your left knee, and then step your left foot forward. Same thing, you might stay here with your hands on your thighs or your hands on your hips. You might even send your pelvis forward ever so slightly, if and only that feels okay. Allowing the right front hip flexor to open a little bit more. Breathing in and breathing out. Gently swing your leg off to the side, ground down your left foot, and then guide your left hand to your outer left leg and reach your right arm up and over for a side stretch. A couple of breaths here. And then whenever you feel ready, come back to the center. You may hug your left knee back in, and then come to sit down on your bottom. One of my favorite shapes to do during pregnancy, this kind of pinwheel or modified pigeon shape. So I've got my left leg forward, I've swung my right leg behind, and my left foot is near my right thigh or knee area. I'll invite you to take your right hand down into your right hip crease, and think about taking your hip crease and rolling it forward, and then roll it back like you're trying to sit back on your right sit bone. And then roll it forward and roll it back. You can make this movement as big or as small as you'd like to make it. You're also more than welcome to find stillness in the shape if that feels like that's what you need right now. Then in your own timing, let's switch sides so you can swing the right leg back to the front and swing your left leg around, finding this zigzag or pinwheel shape or a modified pigeon. Bring your left hand into your left hip crease, and just like we did on the other side, rolling your hip crease forward and rolling it back. And rolling it forward and rolling it back. Again, option to find stillness, option to make this movement a little bigger or a little smaller. We haven't done a lot to warm up our hips today, but if you're someone who likes taking a full pigeon, by all means feel free to do that. And then when you're ready, swing your left leg forward. Let's guide the soles of the feet together as you let your knees fall open. I'll invite you to make some space as you grow a little taller. And then when you feel ready, rounding forward for a forward fold, Baddha Konasana. Folding forward any amount, so meaning you don't have to force this, especially if your baby is a little bit bigger, if you're further along in your pregnancy. Your forward fold might look like drawing your chin to your chest. If you've got more space and it feels okay, your forward fold might look a little different. I'll invite you to stay here for 3 more breaths, but know that you can come out of the shape at any time. In your own timing, start to roll back up through your spine, bringing your head up west. And once more, I'll invite you to reach your arms out and up for a deep inhale. And let out a sigh as you release your arms down. Gently draw your knees together to close, and I'll invite you to come and find a supportive seat. I'm going to scoot back and sit with the support of the wall. You're more than welcome to go sit in a chair or just find any seat on the ground that feels okay. And then for me, my seat's going to look like crossing my legs. You're also welcome to sit with your legs out. And for the last couple minutes of our practice, I'd like to offer some breathing and some silence. So if you'd like to join me, I'll invite you to place a hand on your belly, a hand on your heart, or anywhere on your body that feels supportive to you. For some of you, the eyes will close, and for some of you, your eyes will stay open. I'd like to offer a 3-count inhale and a 3-count exhale. And as you inhale, I'll invite you to think about sending your breath into your hands. And as you exhale, I'll invite you to think about letting your hands ground your body. Slowly inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. You're more than welcome to keep your hands on your body, but feel free to release them and let them go. For the last minute of our practice, I'd like to offer a minute of silence. Know that I'm still here, and I'll let you know when that minute has ended. Our minute will begin right now. And our minute has ended. Thank you all so much for joining me in this practice today. Again, my name is Jenna. I'm also pregnant, so feel free to ask me any questions. I'm on this journey with you. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed what you saw today. And feel free to share it amongst your own platforms with your friends if you know anyone that could benefit from these practices. Thanks, everybody, and hope to see you next time.